What have you been nominated for in the Hall of Fame?
Actually, the Hall of Fame is very important to me. Sometimes overnight success takes up to 20 years. I went to Costa Rica in 1989. There was a lot of things I didn't like about certain things when I arrived there. Unfortunately, the people were stealing the scarlet macaw parrots. In some cases, they were physically killing them and selling them for the feathers. They were also taking the turtle eggs and they were selling them in Asia for aphrodisiacs. And unfortunately, people that are very wealthy sometimes feel that anything money will buy is appropriate for them. And they were stealing the baby monkeys. Well, the only way you can have a baby monkey is physically to kill the mother. If you don't kill the mother will actually kill itself or will commit suicide. So when I arrived there, I decided many years ago that no matter what I touched, whether it be a business or an opportunity or a person, I was going to make it better when I found it. So 9 years ago, I took over the island called Garza Island. The island is 26 miles around, has 9 miles of beach. Planted 5,000 almond trees, which is the food of choice for the scarlet macaws. Also hired 18 full-time guards, armed guards, as a matter of fact, with their families that has been on payrolls for 9 years. They work 365 days a year, and now I have the largest flock of scarlet macaws in the country, the most turtle eggs hatching, and over 200 monkeys. So again, it's not how much money you make in your lifetime, it's what you become as a result of it. And so the Hall of Fame here was very important to me because I was chosen out of virtually thousands of people that are in environmental programs. So I feel very honored, I feel blessed that the fact that I can contribute to the world. And this has been a lifetime goal and a lifetime dream for me. It's been something that I wasn't expecting, and I'm very grateful that it did happen. People ask me, what is my real goal? My real goal is just to grow old with a lot of nice people. For me, it's again, it's not how much money you make in your lifetime, it's what you become as a result of it. I'm an eco-developer, but I don't consider myself as being a developer. I'm supplying a lifestyle. People that I surround myself with people that are on the same page as myself, people that are interested in nature, the environment, and as a team, basically, we can do a lot of good things to move forward in this world. And so my only goals is I'm working now to build the world's largest butterfly farm. I'm working with a program with whales and dolphins. So I'm doing a lot of different things. It's a daily thing that I'm doing, and I'm actually taking the rest of my life devoting myself to many environmental projects, all in Costa Rica. I find that you can't save the world, but you can save a little bit at a time. And my project is Costa Rica. That's where I'm going to spend the rest of my life.
Awesome, awesome. Why did you choose Costa Rica as a home?
I've been in 86 countries, every state of the United States, every province of Canada. When I arrived in Costa Rica, there was number one, they haven't had military since 1948. They won the Nobel Peace Prize. What the president did, he was a school teacher, and they took all of the military bases and closed them down and turned them into colleges and universities. So you have the highest level of education, you have the highest level of health care, you don't have the tornadoes, you don't have the hurricanes. I'm from Canada and I'm very proud to be a Canadian, but in Canada I was paying 53% corporate tax. By the time I paid my unemployment insurance and sick benefits and pregnancy leave to my employees, I was at 71%, plus the fact that, we get the snow. And when I was in Costa Rica, I found that there was no hurricanes, there was no tornadoes. The people there were very kind and very gentle. The weather was beautiful. But what's important to me is that the people, even in grade 1 in school, the first thing they're taught is about nature, the fauna, how to respect their families. When I first went there, a friend of mine wanted me to look into senior citizens' homes. and I didn't know the difference. And I asked the people there, and they said, "What are you talking about, senior citizens home? You mean in Canada you put the elderly into into institutions when they get old?" Some of the families I have working for me, it's 3 up to almost 4 generations living in the same home. I think and for families to pray together, they must stay together, they must pray together. And families, most important thing to me. As a matter of fact, I always tell people to write down the word family. The word family to me means to me, forget about me, I love you. And those are the things that are important to me. Family, the environment, nature, and just making a difference.
Awesome, awesome. What type of projects have you developed in Costa Rica?
The projects that I'm doing now is eco-development. Basically, I work with the World Wildlife Foundation, National Geographic, the Audubon Society, Greenpeace. We work.
And how are they going to give it to me for free?
We work basically with the government, working on environmental projects for banning herbicides, banning pesticides. We work with nature projects. I also work directly with the President of Costa Rica as an advisor to environmental projects. So we're moving forward all the time. We're doing some programs with children now, and again to teach them from the very beginning that you can only lead by example. And some of you have probably already heard the starfish story, but the starfish story is a true story where the starfish, I guess they don't have much of an IQ, and what they'll do, they'll float up on the beach and they'll physically bake themselves in the sun. And a lot of people started throwing starfish back in the water. And because other people seen them doing that, they joined in doing the same thing. And the nice part of it is that it did make a difference. And a gentleman come along one day and he said, "There's millions of starfish. How could you make a difference?" And the guy reached down and grabbed one and threw it back into the ocean. He said it made a difference to that one. And also I started using concrete telephone poles in Costa Rica. I don't know how many millions of trees you have to cut to make all the telephone poles in Costa Rica, but now everybody uses concrete telephone poles. So it saves thousands and thousands of trees. Not only that, what I've been doing, my property is greener now. I arrived in Costa Rica in 1989. My property is greener now than it was in 1989. This year I've planted something like 36,000 trees. So I'm sure that I don't know of any other people or any other developers that's done any of those things. And the key is I want to be different than anybody that's there, because I'm not there for the money. The money is secondary to me. I'm there to build relationships, and that's why I'm in Costa Rica.
Awesome. Good. Tell us why you think it's important for other people to invest in Costa Rica and why it's worth their while.
I think it's important for many reasons. Number one, as an investment standpoint, there's no capital gains. My taxes, I have a 10,000 square foot home, and my guest house is also 10,000 square feet. I'm on 17 acres overlooking the Pacific Ocean. I have 3 other homes for amazing gardeners, and my taxes last year total was $840. So, you know, the cost of living is about 1/10 of what it is in the United States or Canada, and so you don't have to worry about air conditioning, you don't have to worry about heat, and, you know, and it's an educational system. The medical system is very high level. For a fraction of the price. So I think as a family looking to invest or to move, but not only to invest financially, also to move into something that's spiritually and to move forward in their life. Costa Rica, as I said earlier, I've been in 86 countries. Costa Rica is by far the best place I've ever been in.